right, Martians, we're back. We're 4 days out, and we're a MetroFlex original. So this morning, nothing fancy went on. We just ate our meals, got ready for the gym, running another low day, so nothing special. My boy Keone just pulled up to the gym, and we're about to get in a chest training session in. Ain't gonna be nothing special, bunch of fluffy stuff, but it's gonna look cool. We're gonna get a cool pump, and we're gonna catch up after his Tampa Pro win and get me ready for my win. So we're gonna have a good time today. My boy, he's here. We're gonna get it in. So we'll see you in the gym. So it's my last chest day. It's Keone's first chest day back. So we ain't gonna be throwing around a lot of weight, just moving some stuff, getting a good pump, filling things out, and like I said, catching up. So get me ready for this win, ease things in, land this plane nice and easy. It never fails. When Keone and I train together, we at least wearing one thing that's matching. So we got the same sweatpants on, like always.
I know, we haven't trained.
After this week, I got 6 weeks to the Arnold Classic, and my boy's getting ready for the Olympia. So we're probably gonna link back up, start training as much as we can back together, push each other as hard as we can to improve into these next shows. It worked for us in the last 6 months. Ain't no reason to change shit now. Yep, squeeze them out, Key, let's go. Yep. Yeah. Squeeze that shit up. Look at that. Yay! Look at those chest striations. Golly. He's healed. Good, Keith. Squeeze them up. Yes, sir. Feel them work. Good. Yep. Yep. Let your feet off. Perfect. Nasty, bro. Nasty. YouTube, there you have it. Me and the boy getting it in. So we're gonna do some posing now. As you guys know, you don't get to come along for the ride, but we'll see you guys afterwards. We're gonna catch up with Keone, maybe get a few words from him, and then we're gonna go eat. So today's a pretty relaxed day for the rest of the day. We're just chilling, getting the mind right, resting this body up, hopefully get ready for some food tomorrow. So we're gonna pose, we'll see you after.
All right, you guys, that was the chest day with Martin. This is his last chest day of the Texas Pro Prep. You know, I say, I'm gonna dedicate this week to him and give him a push, because there's nothing better than having a push, from your best buddy. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually supposed to go home, but I think I'm gonna just stay, man, and just, push Martin. I really want to see him do good. Me and him been training for like 6-7 months, almost every day ever since he moved here. And he improved drastically. I did too. And I'm just ready to see, all the hard work pay off on stage. In my opinion, I think Martin looks his best right now. He's pushing through. He's in a good headspace. He has the right crowd. He has me. He has Branch. He has his lovely lady. And you can't have no better team than that. Brian, of course, and the whole GASP team. So I'm really excited for Martin. He's going to make some noise. But yeah, that was his last chest day. He killed it. And we did some posing. I don't know, you guys. You better watch out for that Texas heat. That's all I would say.
All right, y'all. We're back 5 days out at the house. We've just been chilling pretty much since training. So not a lot's going on. Had to take a nap. Energy's pretty low today. So just grinding it out, depleting this body out before we fill it back out. So I got one last meal here, and then I'm off to bed. It's about 9 o'clock at night. And things are pretty chill. Epsom salt bath is already done. I'm gonna eat this down, and I'm gonna be in bed within the next 30 minutes. Sleep is actually not too terrible at this point in prep. Usually it's kind of taking a hit, but I just have a really good sleep routine right now, and the Epsom salt bath really helps. Taking a lot of melatonin really helps. And then just keeping a good schedule really helps. So those are all things that are really important right now. Trying to get as much sleep as I can and let my body rest as much as I can. Guys, so we're back at the house. We've just been chilling. I've been napping most of the day in between meals. But I did get a package during my nap time. So Man Sports, shout out to them. They hooked it up. They sent me some creatine. I won't be using that for the next couple days, but this, as you guys have already seen, I've been using the glutamine between every meal, about 10 grams. So this is very important to me. A huge shout out to them. Thank you for this. They also sent me a cool water bottle and the new hat that I'm wearing right now. So love hats, always appreciate that. So big shout out to them. Man Sports, we'll tag them below, their Instagram and stuff. It might be somebody that we'd be working with in the future. So big shout out to them. Now we're at the house. I just finished up my last meal. And it is bedtime. It is 9:23. I'm gonna be in bed by 9:30. And the day is over. We are 4 days out tomorrow, and we have one last training session, guys. It has been a wild ride. I'm so excited to show you guys what we've been working on this whole time. So we've been covering up, hiding, and it's gonna all be worth it to give this big unveil of a completely new physique. So if you know what I looked like last year, and you know anything about what I look like this year, it's a totally different animal. Ariel saw some pictures of what I looked like competing at the Texas Pro last year, and she said, "That's what you look like on stage?" I'm pretty sure that's what you look like when I met you in the off season this year. So that it goes to say anything. We've definitely improved a lot this year, both weight-wise, conditioning-wise, maturity-wise. So very excited to unveil this for you guys. But for now, like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube stuff, and we will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Alright guys, so 3 days out, we're here at Destination Dallas. Branch is about to look at me and we'll get a plan for the day. So I'll talk to you when I'm done having him look at me. Alright Martians, we're back at the house. We just had Branch look at me, Keone look at me, Ariel look at me, and get a plan for the day. So super flat, weighed in at 236.4 this morning. That's my lowest weight in quite a while. So definitely flat. Now we'll start filling me back up. So I got meal 1 here with you guys. I have 9 ounces of steak. It used to be 8 ounces of steak and a whole egg. We got rid of the eggs, so they were ruining my digestion. So we just added another ounce of meat here. And then I'll add some nut butter to one of my other meals to make up for the little bit of fat that's in that egg. And then I have 5 rice cakes here, cinnamon sugar, a little bit of sugar-free jelly, and a little bit of honey on this one. This isn't the full amount of carbs that I need for this meal, but I literally don't have shit and we have to go to the grocery store after this. So I'm gonna eat this meal and then that's our next thing on the agenda, I guess. Today's a busy day, but I guess at least I get some food. So I'm gonna eat this down and we'll see you guys when we go to the grocery store. We are back. So we just went to the grocery store after meal 1. Just needed a few things, so ran out of a lot of stuff. Trying to feed 3 people is a task. So between Brick Wall eating, me eating, and Ariel eating, we're running through food fast. So went and got some stuff, break down some things, got pineapple for Brick, got some onions, some mushrooms, some things that are important for the show, exfoliation gloves to really scrub my skin good, and then some razor blades. So we'll have to shave. This is the worst part of peak week and that part of it. Otherwise, we got some rice cakes, and so a barbecue sauce, some cinnamon sugar, and some plain cashew butter, and then some coconut spray just to cook with. So nothing special here, but just getting a few things we need. I'm gonna get to cooking up my next meal, and when I get it done, I'll see you then to tell you what it's all about. All right guys, pre-workout meal. We got 9 ounces of cod, air fried. We have 50 carbs from Boggs brownie, frozen. This is gonna go back in the freezer. We have 300 grams of rice, which is roughly about 90 carbs from white rice. And then we have 5 rice cakes. So you guys already know the deal. If you've been paying attention, watching, it's like dessert is second. So this will go back in the freezer. Those will go over here. I'm gonna eat my cod and rice. And then afterwards I'll eat this. We'll get a pre-workout mixed up and we'll go train some shoulders and arms light with Keone at Metro Plano. So eat this down and then I'll see you guys while we're mixing up a pre and go over kind of the session and what's gonna go on, and just keep you guys along for the ride for the day. So meal number 2, roughly about 200 carbs, roughly 0 fat, and 60 grams of protein. So there you have it. I'm gonna eat this down and then we'll see you guys for pre-workout meal down. Now we're gonna make up a pre. So I mixed up 2 scoops of Realm from Clout here. This is a pump product. So my boy tried to take pump on pump on pump, which is actually what I'm gonna do today. So last day for pump products, really be cutting out most products today that have a lot of artificial sweeteners other than the Boggs. So you're gonna see me start to slowly cut things back. Just artificial sweeteners can hold a little bit of water. So today is the last day that we'll be using powders. But then we'll also be taking 5 pump caps here from Clout as well. And then last but not least, you guys know my favorite product from Man Sports, Brain Bridge, to get that extra focus, the nootropic pre-workout here with a little bit less caffeine and teacrine instead. So be taking this down. We're gonna head over to Metro Plano and we're just gonna get a nice pump on. Like I said, nothing crazy. No heavy weights are gonna be thrown around. It's just gonna be another nice pump session with Keone. Catch up, have fun, pose afterwards, and coast this plane in and land it in for a W. So just doing my thing, having fun. Happy to have you guys along for the ride. So we'll see you at the gym. Metro Plano, my boy already here waiting on me. So usually I'm 15 minutes early, but today we're right on time. So we're gonna get right into it. Like I said, nothing special. It's another fluffy workout. Got a little bit more energy today though. As you guys saw, morale was a little bit down. I was a little bit in my head yesterday. I did not like the way that I looked, although I knew that I was shredded, I was flat, and I was not feeling the muscle. I was not enjoying my time. Had some carbs this morning. I'm feeling a lot better. We're gonna get a good pump on and just have some fun, man. I'm gonna enjoy spending some time with my boy, and we're gonna get a good training session in. Probably catch some BS in the middle of this. But otherwise, guys, just enjoy the fun and come along for the ride. Woo. Got that Texas heat. It's not as hot as it was yesterday though. Let's see what the temp is. We got the weather here, 96 degrees. So it ain't quite 100. It ain't that hot. For you pussies training in an AC gym, have fun. We're gonna get a sweat on. All right, boys and girls, let's get started with some rear delts here. As you guys are gonna see, there ain't a lot of fancy equipment in this gym, but we get it done like we know how. Keone and I both grew up where there was smaller gyms and didn't have the fanciest equipment. We grew up on compound lifts and heavy weights. That's what got us here. We ain't gonna change now. So, a little lighter pump obviously, but still get it in the same way we always do. Metro style. And you've been doing this, you've been bodybuilding, you know what it feels like to be depleted and not feel your muscles hardly. Throw some carbs in there, start pumping up, start to feel everything. It's like magic, man. It's a good feeling. It's gonna be a fun little session today. Good, Bubba. So we were talking before the training session. I had to ask him, I said, what'd you eat last night, fatty? So he got a week off before he gets back into his Olympia prep and gets things dialed in 100%. So he gets a couple meals. And you guys know me, I've been starving, so I had to ask. But he's keeping it real clean, man. We know to be a professional, this is our job, this is our life. It's what we do. Obviously we have some fun, eat some goodies here and there. So, you know, he's had some fun, he's had some goodies, but at the end of the day, man, we eat to train, eat to fuel this and to get better. So it's very exciting, man. It's cool to see his head change. Watching him come out of other shows versus coming out of this show, man, it's a whole different animal, man. I'm so excited to watch this rebound and watch what changes he makes into Olympia. Stuck in my shirt. All right, so everyone thinks you gotta go crazy heavy on shoulders, but realistically, it's about being strict and having good form. Obviously, there's times and places to swing and cheat, and there's times and places to be strict. Right now, we're being very meticulous, very strict, and these 22s are plenty heavy. Yes. Ooh. Hey. Ha. Hey. Yep.
Yeah, they don't know what's coming, baby.
Yep. Woo. I know you guys can tell, because I can tell. My mood's definitely a lot better today, having a little bit more fun. Happy to be in the gym. So, if you guys know me, you know I got into bodybuilding because I love training. So sometimes when training takes a hit, I'm kind of a big fucking baby, I'm not gonna lie. This part of the the show and the pulling back on training is very hard for me. Mentally, one, I hate it. Two, I think it takes all the fun out of training, and like I said, this is why I bodybuild, is because I love to train. So this part's hard, man, but it's all worth it for the stage, as well as I know what it takes to look my best, and beating the shit out of my body is not what brings out the most detail and what brings the perfect physique to the stage. So we're doing the necessary evils. Whether I like it or not, this is what has to be done.
Five more. Win. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Woo.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, done. Fucking call her a day, boys and girls. So there you have it. Shoulders, arms, knees, and toes. Now, it's a good session. You see we got a good sweat on, a good pump. Nothing special, nothing heavy, but you guys know the drill. You know what we're here for, you know the goal at hand, and this is what it takes to win. So, got to pull back this last week, got to rein things in and know what you're doing, and we're just putting these final touches on. So, last training session in the books. We're gonna pose, look at me, see what these carbs are doing, and then we'll catch up with you guys in the lobby a little bit afterwards, get a little post-show or post-training wrap-up, and then we'll get to the house and eat a post-workout meal. Keep you guys along for the ride with all the meals, like I said. But until then, peace. Okay. All right, boys and girls, we're in the lobby. We finished up, had a look at me. We sat down. Really, we didn't make any posing changes, if you will, but maybe some transitioning changes, some things that we maybe want to do in my individual routine to show off some detail, and really just evaluate my physique and see where we're at, man. Both of us are very, very excited for the package I'm about to bring. This is a totally different animal than we've ever seen before out of me, and this conditioning is next level for me. So if you know me, when I won my pro card, I was in very, very good shape. I worked construction 60 hours a week plus during that time, so there wasn't really any room to be fat. But this is a different level of conditioning when it comes to maturity, when it comes to muscle density, and really when it comes down to how much I suffered for it. So really earned this one, very excited. Like I told you guys, I'd been flat for the past couple days. Energy, morale was kind of down. Just not really worried necessarily, but just in your head. If you know anything about competing, you know these last couple of weeks are a mind fuck. You could look the best that you've ever looked in your life and you're still gonna get body dysmorphia. You're gonna look in the mirror and think you look like crap. So had a couple of those days, get some food back in. This guy's easing my mind, and I'm very happy with how things are going, adding this food back in and how body's looking. So we're gonna keep eating these meals throughout the day, keep you guys along for the ride. We'll do a big posing session tonight just to shuttle these carbs around and make sure that my body's filling out how we want it to. Today, just as we posed, even after the training session, we went through about 2-3 rounds, and by the third round, my body was 5-6% harder. So we know that that's what we need to do to get me better, keep sweating, keep pushing this water out, and keep shuttling those carbohydrates into the muscle. As for me, I ain't got much else to say. I'll let my boy Keone wrap it up, and then we'll get to the house and eat a post-workout meal.
All right, you guys, that was just shoulder and arm day. Like I said, this is his last workout for me. This is like my recovery week, so I'm not pushing, I'm like deloading, so it's kind of half-assing the training for me. I won't say half-assing, but more so I'm not pushing any weight or anything. So this is a break I need for myself before I do my actual push for Olympia next week. But yeah, man, dude looks good. And there's one thing about Martin, you know, I feel like I'm glad that they're not talking about him right now, because it's less pressure for him, and for two, it's just more of him coming in as a dark horse, which that's what you want, especially coming into a show, you know. So like I said, they call him the Texas Heat for a reason, and in a few days he's gonna show you guys that, so stay prepared. And I'm seeing this, what you guys see on the camera does not do any justice what you see in person, and it's gonna shock the world, so you guys stay tuned. We're not done yet.
All right, guys, back at the house, about to get a post-workout meal in. So had that last training session. As you guys already know, before every meal, 10 grams of glutamine, Man Sports hooked it up. So I showed you guys yesterday, got this pack in the package. Been doing 10 grams of this between every meal. So chug that down with about 10 ounces of water, and then we'll get into our post-workout meal here. It's about 150 carbs. So we're gonna be doing 50 carbs from the Bowl of Gains crackberry. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna be pulling most artificial sweeteners, but I'll leave the Bowl of Gains in most of the time. I don't feel like this really messes up my digestion or makes me hold that much water, and it's a perfect carb source for me. I do have this in plain that has no artificial sweetener in it, so the last day, probably Friday, I'll start replacing any of the brownie or the crackberry with that. I have 8 ounces of cod here, air fried. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of Sweet Baby Ray's with it. Again, going for a sugar sauce versus a sugar-free sauce with artificial sweeteners. I won't use too much of this, but get the fish down. And then we have 9 rice cakes here. So 50 carbs here, 90 carbs here, about 150 carbs all together. And we got the cod. I'm gonna eat this down, and then I'm gonna get ready for the chiropractor. I don't really see the need to take you guys along with me. You've already been with me once, and it's not gonna be too much different than the last time, but we'll get some dry needling done, we'll get adjusted and all that good stuff while Brick goes and gets a training session in. So I'm gonna eat this down, and we'll probably see you guys after the chiropractor. All right, YouTube, so Brick is still training, and I am hungry, so I'm gonna eat a meal. So I have 300 grams of white rice, I have 8 ounces of chicken with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on it. I'll be taking a gram of vitamin C, and I have my glutamine drink. So getting after it, keeping you guys along for the meals. This is about 100 carbs. Same protein, same salt, not changing anything with sodium or water for today, just filling this out with carbs. So keeping you guys along for the ride. This is meal number 4. We got 2 more to go. Peace. All right, guys, so we're back for meal number 5. Brick is home. So we got 8 ounces of chicken, we got barbecue sauce, we got onions, and we got mushrooms. We got 50 carbs from Boggs, brownie batter with a little bit of marshmallow fluff in there. We have sleeve of rice cakes, 7 of these babies for 70 carbs, and 2 or 3 of them we'll put the reduced jelly on. So still carbing up, guys. Not much fats here. But with the last meal, we usually had 2 whole eggs before, so we'll replace those fats with a little bit of cashew butter. Otherwise, we'll see you guys for meal number 6 and off to bed. All right, guys, so we're back for meal number 6, and it's right before bed. So like clockwork, it is 9:39. I'm a little bit behind, but we're gonna eat this last meal and go off to bed. I've already had my Epsom salt bath, so you know the drill. We got our drink here with 10 grams of glutamine, 8 ounces of water. I got a handful of pills here. I got a gram of vitamin C. I have some liver pills. I have a digestive enzyme. I have Cortiblock in here, and I have a allergy pill. So just a few pills, normal everyday routine pills, health pills, and digestive enzyme to digest all this. For the meal, I have 8 ounces of chicken. I have 150 grams of white rice, which is about 50 carbohydrates from white rice. I have 2 rice cakes, which is about 20 carbs. And then on the rice cakes, each rice cake has about 10 grams of nut butter, which is replacing the fats from whole eggs that I would normally be doing. Like I said, guys, I cut eggs out about a week ago, and it made a huge difference in my digestion. For me, egg whites just don't settle well, especially when I'm this lean. So I just cut them out, and having huge success with it. So gonna eat this meal up. I'll probably put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the chicken, salt and pepper the rice, eat this down, and go to bed. So that is 3 days out for you guys. Tomorrow is 2 days out, and we get into the tedious part of getting ready for a show. It's the shaving, it's the tanning, it's the little fine details, it's the posing. So kind of a boringer day tomorrow, but during that downtime we can answer some questions, do some things like that to kind of keep you guys entertained and keep you along for the ride. We appreciate you guys following along. Please like, subscribe, all that great YouTube stuff, guys. Keep sharing this stuff. We really appreciate you guys being a part of the journey and making this more fun. The more you guys get involved, the more you are a part of this in the comments, everything like that, it makes it worth our time. So me and Brick are having a great time doing it for you guys, and we appreciate you guys following along. We will see you guys bright and early for 2 days out. Good night, guys.